is up, you sexy beasts? It's lunchtime, bit of karaage chicken on rice, some hot chippies, you know, and a little no sugar Coke. I spent so much time at the office, at home. These crows are after my food, that I really enjoyed getting out the other day and shooting a video out and about in nature. So I thought today I'll do it again, you know, come have lunch under the trees, fly my drone, which I haven't flown in forever, and talk about the Last Chance Qualifier that happens next weekend. But if you guys don't mind, just let me eat real quick because I'm starving.
Go hard, or go home, go home, go hard, or go home, go hard, or go home.
Oh, I tell you what, Japanese Mayo, it has to be one of the greatest inventions, the greatest creations, the greatest achievements of the human race. That's what I reckon. Japanese Mayo is so great. So I'm at this lake, and there's like a little island type. Hey, shut your mouth. Crows, eh? From the devil. So I'm at this lake, and there's this little walkway, inlet, island type thing where you can kind of walk out into the water a little bit. And I want to go to the end and do some droning, but there's this couple down there just smooching, so might have to find somewhere else to fly the drone. It's also extremely quiet, listen. It's very quiet around here, but people live all around, so this drone is pretty noisy, so I might attract some attention, but it's going to do it anyway. Launch it, fly it, let's go. So I'm thinking, I'm just going to walk straight past them, go to the end of the grass patch. It's not like they own the place, you know. Maybe if I do that, they'll leave and go snuggle somewhere else. Okay, that's the spot. Okay guys, listen to this sound. Love the sound of this.
When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home, go hard, or go home. Yeah, these championship rings on my hands now. In my head I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. You a squad, now you're looking man down. Funny how foes turn to friends now. Drive a race car like a Atari now. Call filling up, I need product again. Treat the business like a playground, might slide on you. Don't even want my slide on you. Do a backflip, cause I'm mad rich. I'm the definition of what that is. Go hard, or go home.
Didn't quite get the shot I wanted to get. It's pretty busy here, there's lots of people around, so come back later. Okay, so park benches. Park benches have become my new office. How good is that? Not this weekend, but the weekend after. I think it's July 2nd till July 4th is the Last Chance Qualifier. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen I just posted the list of athletes that will be competing in the Last Chance Qualifier. It's the unofficial list that I just put together based on the leaderboards from all the semi-finals on the Games app. So there might be some changes, I don't know. I know, for example, here in my region, Oceania, that Bailey Rogers was invited to do the Last Chance Qualifier, but she was the 4th person down the list. So I'm not sure if that's because Alethea Boone's going Masters, but I can imagine there'll be a few of those little shifts happen in the Last Chance Qualifier athlete list. But for the most part, this should be pretty close to the final list. So let's start off by looking at the men's side. I want you guys to tell me down in the comments who are your picks. There's only 2 athletes that will go through from these 30. And that'll complete the total of 40 athletes going to the Games. So after the 10 semi-finals, there are 38 men and 38 women that have qualified, and there's 2 more spots to be filled. Now, the obvious 2 choices for me are my two bodies. My 2 bodies? Wow. I mean, they do have amazing bodies. My 2 buddies, James Newbury and Khan Porter, I'd love to see those 2 boys go, but some other names that jump out at me is Dallin Pepper, Spencer Panchik, Roman Krenikov. I think I mentioned that Roman qualified for the Games in my last video, but he hasn't. There's only 2 people that go from the Asia region, so he actually came 3rd. So Roman's doing the Last Chance Qualifier as well. Let's have a look at the ladies list. One name that I would love to see go is Alexis Raptis. I'm a massive fan. I think she had a great performance at the West Coast Classics. I reckon Alexis Raptis will punch a ticket. And then the other name that jumps out is Christy Aramo O'Connell out of the Granite Games. I reckon those two girls will punch their tickets through the Last Chance Qualifier. The ladies that I would love to see go is Victoria Campos out of the Brazil Championships. She's a good friend of mine. I'd love to see Vicky go. And then obviously the Aussies, Maddie Sturt, Justine Beath, Alethea Boone if she's competing, otherwise Bailey Rogers. There hasn't been any workouts announced yet. I imagine they'll be different to the online workouts from the semi-finals, just because a whole bunch of those competitors would have already done those workouts, so it doesn't make sense to redo the semi-final workouts. So it'll be cool to see what workouts come out, and I really hope it's a decent test of at least 6 workouts over the weekend, maybe even 7. There's so many games level athletes that deserve to go to the games on that list of 30 men and 30 women, so it'll just be awesome to see a really well-rounded test to send off the last 2. Now, my good buddy and friend of the channel, James Newbury, he's actually flown over to Nashville to go and train with the Proven team like I've mentioned before. I'm going to jump on a phone call with him tomorrow morning just to see how the training has been over the last week in Nashville and how he's feeling about the online Last Chance Qualifier. Man, one thing that's a real bummer with this Last Chance Qualifier is just how close it is to the game states. So again, the Last Chance Qualifier is on the weekend of the 2nd to the 4th of July, and then the game starts on the 27th of July. So athletes will have, like, those 4 athletes that qualify will have like 3 weeks to sort out their travel, accommodation, and all their plans for the games. But I guess they couldn't have had it any earlier because they've had to give the athletes from the West Coast Classic enough rest before they do another competition. They couldn't have done it this coming weekend. So it's all a very tight timeline. So I guess if James does qualify, it'd be a great thing that he's already over there, already kind of acclimatized and settled to just train for the games. I was walking past one of those traveling agent kind of booking places yesterday, and I thought, you know what, I'll just duck in and find out exactly what it would take to go to the States at the moment, what it would look like and cost. And it sounds like it'll be pretty easy to go there. I can get an exemption pretty easily for work, but coming back it'll be a 2-week quarantine which will cost $3,000, and then obviously I won't be able to work during those 2 weeks. I'll lose a whole bunch of income. So I did the math, and I would have to earn, if I went to the games, I would have to earn about $16,000 that week at the games to make it all work, to make it all worthwhile with the travel, the quarantine, the hotels, the flights, and also making some money and making up for those 2 weeks that I'll lose. So yeah, if there's any brands out there that are willing to pay me $16,000 to fly over and come and work for you, I'm all ears, you know, I'm all ears. Or maybe there's some kind of rich, wealthy subscriber that just believes in me and wants to help out. It's very unlikely, but I haven't given up yet. I'm holding on. I'm holding on. Holding on to the dream. Okay, you sexy beasts, I'm gonna head home, edit this vlog. Can't wait to see you on the YouTubes very soon. Again, make sure you subscribe, like, comment. It really helps the algorithm and the channel. And then merch. I've selected all the t-shirts, the designs, it's all ready to go. So very soon I'll be announcing dates for the merch, which is exciting. Guys, love you heaps. Stay sexy, keep roaring love. See you soon.
When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. Yeah, these are championship rings on my hands now. In my head I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. You a squad, know you're looking man down.